So, well, I'm glad to see you. Yeah, hello. Well, okay, good. Well, the name of our session today is Marrying Tasks and Activities. I hope that this session will be full of fun and full of discoveries for you. So, well, a few words about me. My name is Galina Sharonova, and I'm a senior methodologist here at ONARA. So, talking about my professional background, I'm a CELTA and Delta Module 2 qualified teacher, and I'm also a qualified teacher trainer. I did my Train the Trainer course this year. I've been teaching for, well, about 15 years, and I've been training teachers for about 10 years so far. So that's why I hope that my experience will be beneficial, and my expectations are that we will be sharing our experiences today. So talking about the session itself, it has a few aims. So the first aim is, well, to revise the difference between tasks and activities, revise, discover, or maybe rediscover. So then the next aim is to revise task types. So what sort of tasks we deal with when we teach our students. Then also we will be talking about features of good activities. We will outline some of them. Yeah, so it's pretty impossible to outline all of them, but well, some maybe key features. Well, we will also talk about soft skills and their importance, especially the importance which we can apply to this perfect marriage between tasks and activities. Well, also, last but not least, we will of course get tools, techniques, principles, how we can turn tasks into meaningful and beneficial activities. Well, activities in the plural form, yeah, that means that they will be a variety, and we will discuss this variety. So, sounds like a good plan, yeah? Hope so. Well, okay, let's move on. So first, I would like us to distinguish between a task and activity. So, and here on this slide, you can see a very easy task, matching task. Well, we have two terms, tasks and activities. And can you please match the terms and their correct definitions? Very challenging task. So, and can you please write your ideas in the chat box? Okay. Well, I guess, well, this task is not that challenging. Well, one is B, two is A. So in other words, yeah, if we define a task, then it's something what the students do using their pre-existing scaffolded language resources. Yeah, and tasks may have a non-linguistic outcome. And the intention is to convey the meaning. And activity, in other words, these are the procedures in which learners work towards a goal. Yeah, in other words, task is what we do, and activity is how we do the task. Okay, so, and the next challenge for you is this one. Like the picture? I love it very much. So it's lunchtime now, yeah, so unfortunately, well, we can't sleep, but maybe some participants are here online, also lying in bed like this boy. So what is the task? Yeah, so get acquainted with it, and you can switch your microphones on if you want to share your ideas. Okay, who can comment on the task? What is the task? Okay. Yes, so the task is to use the words from the box in the discussion between students who are working in pairs. Okay, well, and what do you think? What sort of activity can it be? Can you identify an activity suggested by the task first? Yeah, so again, if you want to share your ideas, yeah, you can switch your microphones on and share them. Okay. Okay. Well, so the activity is the following, that it's a pair work. Yeah, so students are exchanging their ideas about the benefits of sleeping well. Yeah, and the ultimate aim is to use the words from the box. But of course, while they are doing the speaking activity, they may and they will come up with some other words, and they may attempt some language which they don't know yet. Okay. So then talking about the name of our session today, marrying the tasks and activities. Yeah, so we have distinguished between a task and an activity. And then I would like to ask you, well, an interesting question. And I would really love you to share your ideas. So, talking about the marriage between tasks and activities, what is your personal concept of a perfect marriage? So you can, if you well don't want to share ideas like by switching on your microphones, yeah, you can use the chat box. Okay, any ideas? Okay, that's a secret concept. Well, you see that there was a survey which I did with my colleagues, and well, they had a lot of interesting, brilliant ideas, and I will share these ideas with you now. Okay, so some people say that a perfect marriage is when you have common goals. Yeah, so common goals can unite. Well, then the second important factor is harmony. So a good marriage is the marriage where there is harmony. Then the next one is love and understanding. Yeah. So, well, one more important factor is that, well, both the husband and wife, they support each other, whatever they want to do. So, well, then, yeah, the perfect marriage is when we have big and bonded families, and when we have an opportunity to travel around the world. And for some people, a perfect marriage is the marriage where there are 2 dogs. So in my case, it's 2 cats, not 2 dogs. Well, but you see, well, two dogs were the more popular answer. Okay, I hope that you do share some ideas with my colleagues' ideas. Well, and talking about marriage, yeah, traditionally, yeah, we have two people of, well, two different genders. The first one is a man, yeah, or let's call him Mr. Big. Yeah, so you can see the, well, photo of Mr. Big here in the, well, right corner. Yeah, Mr. Big. And in other words, in our context, Mr. Big is task types. Yeah, and there can be like two big directions of task types. And the first one you can see here. So these are the, well, the extracts from the perspectives course book for teenagers. Yeah, just looking at the tasks, what can you say? What sort of task types are they, and what are they aiming at? In what we are aiming at developing? Any ideas? So, well, you can see listen. Yeah, listen again. Okay, okay. Good. Then, yeah, thank you for sharing your ideas. Yeah, well, listen again and choose the correct option. Yeah, and then work in pairs, discuss, well, the questions and so on. Yeah, then if we, well, look at exercise number 6, so look at these notes. Yeah, watch part 2 of the talk and then complete the notes. Okay, okay, good. So, and what sort of tasks are they? So, well, these are the tasks aiming at developing skills. Yeah. So, those skills type tasks. Yeah. So, and well, they can be tasks like answering questions to the text or to the script, or reading, listening for detail, for specific information, yeah, or, well, talk to your partner and discuss the following. So all these tasks are aiming at developing, well, language skills. Okay, then as I mentioned, yeah, when we got to this to the slide, then we have like two big groups of tasks, and well, look at the next slide. Again, judging from the, well, from the extracts, what are the task types? What they are aiming at? Yeah. Okay. Can you please switch off microphones? Well, so you see, well, in exercise number 4, and again, these are the extracts from the Impact book. So Impact is a course book for teenagers. So they're extracts from a variety of Impact books. So exercise 4, as you can see, circle the correct word, and the correct word is a correct grammar form. Yeah. Then, if we look, yeah, if we look at exercise 2 here, yeah, so complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Yeah, again, we are aiming at some grammar forms. Then exercise 3 here, yeah, it's when we need to, well, make a choice, right? Yeah, so okay, thank you for commenting on it. Yeah, so these are the well, these are the tasks, well, aiming at, well, working on some language systems. So these are all the examples of some grammar exercises. Yeah, and yeah, looking, yeah, at the, well, task types as such, yeah, we can have like one more big direction, which is systems task types, and you could see the examples. And well, apart from these ones, we may have gap fill tasks or close tasks, matching, and so on. Okay, so this is our Mr. Big. But as we're talking about marriage, then there should be, or traditional marriage, there should be a woman. And a woman is Miss Perfect. Yeah, and well, you can see a photo of 3 of them as an example. Yeah, so, and in our context, Miss Perfect is features of good activities. Yeah, so again, as I mentioned it at the beginning of the session, we will outline a few features, but it doesn't mean that these are all of them. Yeah. So, well, talking about Miss Perfect, she is determined and she's committed and has clear aims in her life. Yeah, and our good activities also have clear aims. Then Miss Perfect. Sorry, can you switch microphones? Okay. Well, sorry. Well, then, if we get back to well, Miss Perfect, then she's smart and all her actions are meaningful and our activities must be meaningful. Then she's aiming at developing language awareness. And of course, our activities are aiming at developing language awareness too. Well, she's thought-provoking, she's fun and creative, and well, these are also the features which we expect, yeah, and which we want our activities to have. Okay, good. So then let's move on, and now we see that, well, there is Mr. Big, and there is Miss Perfect. Well, they are somehow searching for each other and they have certain reasons. In our context, the reasons will be soft skills. Okay. Yeah, soft skills. Soft skills are the skills which we need to hone in order to, well, succeed in our job in particular, and well, in general, to succeed in our lives. Now it's well, very popular and very trendy and common thing, and well, the soft skills which we develop are, well, time management, then creative thinking, then teamwork skills, critical thinking. Oh, well, critical thinking is a very trendy thing, I would say. Leadership qualities, cooperation, and then emotional intelligence. Well, yeah, so these are the soft skills. Of course, well, the list of all the soft skills is much longer, but these are the common skills which we develop at our regular lessons anyway. If you want to, well, make your activities meaningful, yeah, then you should bear them in mind. Okay, good. So, well, then you see Mr. Big, Miss Perfect, they are searching for each other. We know why and we know what can help. So then it's time to become, well, a matchmaker. So, well, some people can be desperate about that. You can see a picture of a girl. She's stressed out. Well, maybe the reason why she is stressed out is a little bit different. Yeah, but desperate teachers can feel absolutely stressed out when they need to, well, adapt tasks. Yeah, so, well, and how can we marry tasks and activities? So what can help us? I will give you a hint first. So the first thing, like the first most important factor, which we need to keep in mind is, of course, our students. Yeah, so when we want to make an activity, yeah, to somehow adapt or change the task, then students are our priority. Or in our context, it's our wedding rings. So then, can you please, well, share? Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Can you please share your ideas? Like, what else can help us become a matchmaker? You can write your ideas in the chat box. Mhm. Yeah, okay. No more ideas. Okay, maybe you're just shy to share them. Anyway, so, well, what else is important? Of course, if it's, well, if we are talking about activities and tasks, then they are part of our lesson. Yeah, and then each lesson has aims. Lesson main aims, subsidiary aims. Yeah, and then also personal aims, stage aims. Yeah, or in other words, yeah, 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 great. Yeah, in other words, yeah, we are meant to be together. Like the aims, yeah, they can make well, our Mr. Big and Miss Perfect meet. Yeah, yeah. So lesson goals or lesson aims. Great, great. Well, then anything else? Mhm. So we mentioned the reason why they are searching for each other. These were uh, soft skills, yeah, that you want to hone, or in other words, I become a better version of myself with you. So, and last but absolutely not least, is well, teacher's book recommendations, yeah, or the family code. So the family code or the holy Bible of the lesson, whatever we call it. Anyway, it's really very, very important. It's impossible to underestimate the importance of the teacher's book. Yeah, so sometimes, not sometimes, very often, you can see some suggested, some ready-made ideas in the teacher's book. Yeah, or well, you may be provided with an option to choose from, with the options to choose from. Okay, great. Well, I hope that when you want to do something, when you want to, well, adapt the tasks to your students' needs, yeah, in accordance with your lesson aims, yeah, you do use a teacher's book and you do think of the soft skills. Okay, good. Well, that's a well good overview, but I'm absolutely convinced that you are well fairies, you're teachers who can work magic. Well, let's practice it, and your participation will be well really great. Well, look at the next slide. So we have a task, and this is an extract again from the impact book. Foundation level. So first, looking at the task, can you please identify the aims of the task? So you can write them again in the chat box. Aims of this task. So first, are we talking about skills or language systems here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, thank you for your message. Yeah, actually, yeah, the aim is, well, yeah, to practice word order and sentence structure, but well, it's already provided, and the aim is to practice the language in the box. Yeah, so like the students are given the options to choose from, and they need to complete the short text with correct words, well, in the correct sequence, so to say. So imagine that you are teaching the foundation level, yeah, and you have this task in the student's book. Yeah, and you look at it and you think, okay, I want to make it a little bit more thought-provoking, and I want to make it more fun, yeah, more creative. And keeping in mind soft skills, you want to develop students' time management skills, creative thinking, and teamwork. Yeah, so many things. Yeah, well, and well, what can you do? Like, what activities can you suggest? Yeah, so be ready to share your ideas. And now, if you have an idea to share, you can switch on your microphones. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Then, like, let's move on together. So here there can be a lot of different options. Well, the ones which I can suggest, yeah, like just three of them, but of course there can be more. So first, you can turn this task into a race game. So students need to do the task, and the first person to finish is the winner. Yeah, so again, the aim is, well, as we remember, yeah, the aim of the task is to get students to practice the target vocabulary in their works. Then they will be doing it anyway. Yeah, so it will be achieved. But the way you do this is pretty fun, and well, there will be an element of competition. Yeah, and also time management skills will be, well, will be developed here. And as a life hack for you, well, you can do this activity with your students, if applicable, of course, when you see that you are falling behind the planned timing, and then this way you can speed up. Well, the next option is that you can first get your students to complete the text with their own words. Like, you may ask them to cover the box, yeah, or just give them a worksheet with the text, yeah, and then ask them to complete the text with their own words, and to see like how they can work out the context, which ideas they will come up with, which language they will come up with. Well, as well, here they are practicing, yeah, just judging from the choice of the words in the box. Yeah, probably the target language is well, the language connected to families, family members, and so on. So that's why, by looking at this text, knowing their context, they are very likely to use, well, their target language. Yeah, and then after that, you can give this task to them so that they have the choices, they have the options, and they double check what they have. Yeah, maybe change it, maybe not. And if you well, get your students to do this task together in pairs, in groups, then again, teamwork will be encouraged. Yeah, if you give them limited time frames, then it will help them gradually develop their time management skills. So option number 3 is that students, like, well, each student can have a word from the box. Like, well, we may have for example, 7 students, yeah, and each of them will have a word from the box. And you can give them a worksheet with the text only. And the aim is to, well, do this collaborative work and complete the text with the correct word. Yeah, again, they will be practicing this target vocabulary, but they will be working on it together. Yes, so it will be group work. They will share their ideas, and well, this activity will be fun. Yeah, and it will also, well, as I told you, encourage collaboration and teamwork. Okay, so, well, let's move on, and I have some more tasks for you to discuss. Well, yeah, look at this task. It's an extract from the well, from the impact level 3 workbook. Yeah, again, looking at it, at this extract, can you please identify the aims of the task? Yeah, 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 good. Yeah, practicing past tenses. Yeah, thank you, Kate. Good. So, yeah, past simple, past perfect. Yeah. Okay, great, great. And well, looking at this task, yeah, what activities can you suggest? Yeah, again, you can write your ideas in the chat box, or, well, you can switch on your microphone and share your brilliant ideas with the others. Hmm? Okay, okay. Good. So, so great, great, great. Yeah, so let's have a look at the ideas, well, which we could have here. So maybe they are yours as well. Well, look, what we can do. Well, as an option, we can play a snowball game. You know that the snowball game has a lot of interpretations. So that can be a drilling technique, for example, but here we mean a different snowball game. Like what we can do, we can write each sentence on a separate piece of paper, then crumple them up and throw around the classroom. Believe me, students love it. Well, so, and well, this is impact 3 for teenagers, like, well, teenage book, and they will definitely enjoy it. And well, students may take a snowball, yeah, and then complete a sentence. And then they may be working in groups and pairs, maybe in one big group, and read their sentence aloud in a group of peers. Yeah, so again, they will be practicing past tenses, of course. Yeah, but they will do it in a more creative way, in a fun way. So alternatively, you can turn it into a gallery walk. Yeah, you may, well, either put this task on the wall, yeah, at a few places, or you may make again like separate papers with a sentence and put them around the classroom. And in order to help our students hone their time management skills, you may restrict the time frames, the time limits. Yes, so like they need to do it as quickly as possible. Well, okay, and so yeah, so okay, there is a question in the chat box. Yeah, the snowball game. The instruction is written here on the screen. Yeah, so like we write sentences on separate pieces of paper, crumple them up, and throw around the classroom. Yeah, and then students yeah, take a sentence, a student takes a sentence, completes it, and then reads it well, working in pairs or in groups. So looking at these two suggested activities, what do you think? Which soft skills can they help develop? So can it help our students to, well, develop their teamwork skills? Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, collaboration is the first priority. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, maybe it will give them an idea of creative, yeah, well, of creativity, the idea of creativity. Well, good, good, thank you. Yeah, so thank you for your comments. Then let's move on. And you see that sometimes, yeah, when we get a task, yeah, when we are preparing for our lessons, like here we like, and also keeping in mind the previous examples and extracts, yeah, we may want to do something about it, yeah, and we may need to adapt it somehow. Yeah, but sometimes you don't really need to reinvent the wheel. Books may suggest some very good ideas. Okay, for example, let's look at the next slide. So here we have some, well, extracts again from the impact books, yeah, different levels of the impact books. So first of all, I'm giving you some time to get acquainted with the tasks. Yeah, activate your critical thinking and, well, your teaching experience. And, well, look at them and think which ones you find really beneficial. Okay, good. Is there anything you would like to steal? Is a ready-made activity? Okay, not yet. So, okay, let me comment on them, and I hope that you will see the value of such activities, and maybe, well, you will really steal them and use them in your classrooms. So if we look, for example, at well, task 1, we can see a maze, word maze. Yeah, the aim is to, well, revise, maybe, well, practice the words, the keywords which are here in the maze. Yeah, and well, you see that, well, the way the students are going to do this task is pretty interesting and pretty creative. Yeah, so they need to find the way out. And then after that, they complete the sentences with the words from activity number 1. Yeah, so you see there are templates, online templates for mazes. Yeah, you can make it yourself. Yeah, so what can be a follow-up is that instead of just writing words, there can be collocations. Yeah, so, well, you may adapt it somehow. And then, yeah, as you see, they may write these words. They are supposed to write the words in the sentences, and as a follow-up for this task, yeah, they can again work together and think of some follow-up. Yeah, what sentences they can write afterwards. Well, the other, well, there's a pair of very nice activities here. In number 3, there is a well, the cube, I will say, the cube with some clues for our students, so clues for some questions. Yeah, again, well, it's a part of free practice, yeah, and instead of just having these questions listed, yeah, you may have, well, this, the cube. Yeah, and like if you teach using impact books, then you can see this cube at the back of the book, and also, well, you can find them on the micro companion website. So alternatively, if you want your students to discuss, well, something, yeah, you may get them to do this activity. It's number 3 too, but it's a kind of a spinner, yeah, or wheel. Well, there is a template again at the back of the book. Yeah, you may want to make it yourself and well, adapt it and have some questions which you want your students to discuss. Yeah, then also if you look at number 4, if students are working together, yeah, then they may discuss not only the questions related to the language, to the context of the lesson, but also you see something which goes beyond it, so some, well, soft skills. For example, yeah, so how does this strategy help you to communicate better? Yeah, and so there can be some more follow-up questions. Well, and alternatively, yeah, you maybe want to steal this idea when students may make their own choice what they want to do. Yeah, so for example, they can be an option for their individual work, for peer work, or group work. Yeah, and then they decide what they really want to do. If they are not in the mood of, well, working with other people, yeah, then of course, here you go, work independently. Yeah, if they really want to collaborate, well, they can work in pairs or in bigger groups. Yeah, and I personally find this idea fantastic. So especially when you teach teenagers, it's important that they see that, well, they may have a choice. Okay, well, so, and then as you remember, yeah, like, okay, like if we have an overview of what we have done so far, we have identified what a, well, task is. It's like our Mr. Big. Then what are the features of good beneficial activities? And this is our Miss Perfect. Yeah, we know why they're searching for each other. We know how we can do it, and we have practiced it. So, and as you remember at the beginning, we had well, the overview. Yes, well, some ideas. What is a perfect marriage? Yeah, so, well, the ideas on the concept of a perfect marriage, and we can apply them to, well, marrying tasks and activities. You see, in families, we really want to have common goals. In our classroom, we can say that our aims outline the direction. Yeah, direction and well, direction and partnership of the tasks and activities. Yeah, we should keep them in mind. So then harmony, then the partnership is balanced and meaningful. Yeah, well, again, we keep magic question in our heads, like why we're doing this, yeah, and think of how we can balance it. Love and understanding, yeah, and the partnership appeals to emotional intellect. Yeah, this is also the intellect that we develop. We do develop it. Yeah, maybe sometimes we do this consciously, subconsciously, but if you keep it in mind, yeah, then it's, well, really important. Then support, the partnership is aiming at collaboration. Yeah, well, then big and bonded family, there is a decent choice of activities. Yeah, and also like there is an endless variety of combinations, but, well, the choice is anyway decent. So this is how these two factors, these two features go together. And you see two dogs are still two dogs. So, okay, well, Then, as you see, we have today. Today we have had a look at how we can adapt our tasks and turn them into a variety of activities. Yeah, and well, if you have questions, yeah, you have a chance to ask them now. Yeah, any questions, any comments? Mm-hmm. Okay. None. I see. So you see that if you have so first any questions, you can contact me. So the final slide will be with well, contact details. And okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. No, so the cube, yeah. So the cube. Okay, thank you for the question. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can find it at the back of the book, of the impact book. Yeah, and also on their companion website. Yeah, if you have access to the materials. Okay, so if you still have some questions, yeah, or comments, well, so first, well, there is a list of some recommended books. Yeah, so further discoveries are awaiting you there. So I strongly recommend you to, well, read these books, and there you will see some interesting ideas, some, well, practical ideas, some theoretical overview. Yeah, and as I promised you, yeah, so if you have some questions, if, well, you come up with them later on, or if you are shy to ask them now, yeah, you can contact me here. You can write an email to me, or, well, call me. So, well, thank you very much for your participation. Thank you for your, well, thank you for your questions, for your comments. Yeah, and enjoy your day, and hope to see you again. Thank you. Bye.